Hello, everybody. We are ready for day two. Day two, clients, or rather crickets to clients, not the other way around. That would be no bueno. We are going from crickets to clients this week. Who is ready? Say hello as you are hopping on. I'm just going to make sure that you guys can see me here. Let me refresh. Cool. All right. Hello, Stephanie. All right. So let's do this. I know that we have some new people that just joined the Facebook group today, our latecomers. Welcome if this is your first day. Hey, Lucinda. I am Jerry. I am your host of the Crickets to Clients workshop this week. I'm also the founder of Profit Illumination Academy. Hi, Selena. Hi, Tanya. If you missed yesterday, because we're going to hop right in today for everybody else. So if you missed yesterday, go back. You can find all of the replays in the guides section of this Facebook group. We discuss speaking your client's language, and it's the foundation of everything that you do because it's all around getting clarity on your messaging and marketing, okay? And then today, we are talking about how to create binge-worthy live streams. Today, I am sharing with you how to engage and captivate with your audience, how to give value without giving away every single piece of your stuff, right? Because you want to save some of your best stuff for your clients so that you can scale with ease to 10K plus months. Hi, Natalie. I have to catch up. That's totally fine, Tanya. You can watch it later. But I just want to make sure that you get the most out of this week. And so also today, for the first time ever, I've never shared this with the public before, only with my paying clients. I'm going to share the Crickets to Clients. I don't know why I'm having difficulty saying that today. Crickets to Clients live stream template. So make sure you have your workbook out or at least a piece of paper and a pen because you are going to want to take a lot of notes today. You're not going to want to miss this. So you guys, I just have to say, I am so impressed with all of you. You have been showing up. I get so excited every time I get a notification that somebody else commented on the homework thread. Some of you have been reaching out and asking me questions. Then I know that you're really going the extra mile and you're putting into action everything that I am teaching you. So remember that you have until Thursday to show me that you are committed by doing your homework and showing up to these live streams to be in the running for the $250 Amazon gift card. And tomorrow, I'm going to give away a $50 Amazon gift card to somebody that's on here live. And tomorrow we are talking about how to sell and pitch effortlessly so that it just feels easy. It doesn't feel awkward. And it comes from a place of serving and inviting. And then Thursday, we're going to talk lead generation. We're going to talk all about we'll talk about a couple organic strategies, but mostly I want to keep it to bringing in leads on autopilot so that we can take you out of spending all day on social media and focus on what really matters, which is nurturing your audience so that they become clients, because we all know that's where you can provide the full transformation for them. And then most importantly, so that you can serve your clients and you're not feeling burnt out spending every waking moment on social media. Okay, and then Friday, we're going to talk about the full 5-figure per month framework that I teach my clients. So I'm going to pull back the curtain. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek inside the PIA membership portal, and I'm going to show you exactly what I teach my clients and how they reach those 10K plus months. And then remember, everything comes down next Wednesday morning, the 25th. So if you need to catch up, watch replays, take notes, do whatever you need to do it by next Tuesday night, the 24th. Yes, Sadie, day 2, we are here. So let's dive into today's training. Who is ready to go from crickets to clients? That is our goal. And part of the way you're going to do that is through live streams, because you're going to engage and captivate your audience. And I want to quickly say, if there is anyone that is feeling resistant to going live or doing videos, Trust me, I tried a really, really long time to not make that part of my marketing strategy because I hated to show up on video. In today's market, like it or not, video has to be a part of your strategy. There's no way around it. It is the fastest and easiest way to build the like, know, trust factor and get to people coming inside of your program. High tech is out and high touch is in. I'm going to say that again. High tech is out and high touch is in. People want to buy from someone who they know, who they feel like they connect with, who they resonate with. And this is especially important for all of you as coaches because you're going to be working directly with them. So they are not going to buy a service from you if they don't feel like they have a connection with you. And the easiest way to do that is to show up on video and have them see the real you so that they can figure out if they have a connection with you or not, if what you're saying resonates with them. So let me know if you have ever sat down to do your live and you have no idea what you're going to talk about. Or maybe you're thinking, I don't want to tell my story. I don't want to bore them. I don't want to feel like I'm talking about myself all the time. Why is anyone going to show up to listen to me at all? I don't want to repeat the same stuff over and over again. Or have you been wondering, how the heck do I give them value without giving away my best trainings? I see, yep. It really does get easier with practice. I avoided it for years because I was terrified. Yes, it really does. And I can't tell you, Brenda, how many people now I'll get comments that they're like, I just want to show up and look as confident as you. And I'm like, if you would have seen what I looked like a few years ago, you would not be saying that. Trust me. I hope that I've somehow taken all my videos down, but I'm sure if you dug deep enough, you could find them and they are embarrassing, but we all have to start somewhere. Okay. So trust me, I used to have every excuse in the book to not go live, right? My kid is having a rough day and I can't get him to take a nap. My hair and makeup aren't done. My lighting isn't good. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I had every excuse in the book. But what it came down to is, even though I was terrified, I would show up with my voice audibly shaking, which made it even more embarrassing because I knew people were going to hear my voice shaking and know how nervous I was. My mind would go blank. My heart was racing. And because my mind would basically go blank, I had to have notes on my screen with literally every single word. And so then I'm pretty sure I just looked like this reading off of the paper. And it was probably like the most boring thing in the world. But here's the thing. I kept showing up, even when I was scared. And to make it even worse, my mom knew that I was terrified. So she would show up on my live streams and comment things like, hi, sweetie, you're doing awesome, which it was coming from a really good place. But when you're trying to run a professional business, that was just even more embarrassing to me because I was like, great, now everybody knows. So here's the thing that I realized. Here's what changed it. No matter what level you're at, if you're comfortable speaking in front of people or not, this really helped flip it for me. I realized this has nothing to do with me and everything to do with how I can serve my audience, how I can help them. So when I changed it to pretending like I was talking to one specific person, and that person was my dream client, and I was just sitting at a table with her having a conversation, it took the pressure off of me, right? My only job was to meet her where she was at, figure out what her struggles were, talk about her struggles, and how I could possibly serve and help her. And when I took that pressure off of me of what if I mess up, what if they hear my voice shaking, what if they, my hair's not perfect and they're judging me, whatever it is, everything changed. And so then what happened is I was showing up and I was delivering tons of value, but I still wasn't getting any clients. And what I realized was, all I'm doing is giving value, but I don't have a strategy behind what I'm doing to get people from the live stream to my actual program, to actually wanting to work with me. So that is what I'm sharing with you today. I realized I needed a step-by-step strategy. I needed to do more than just show up and deliver value. So that's what I'm sharing with you, is a strategy of how to go from crickets on your live streams to actually landing the clients. So what I want to know is, what stage are you at right now? And I'm going to tell you 4 stages, and you can just write 1, 2, 3, or 4. So where are you right now? Which stage? Are you number 1, which is where I started at the beginning, just completely terrified to even hit that go live button? Or when you do, you are freaking out the entire time? Or are you at stage 2, which is you do it, but you feel like it takes way too much time to prep? You're spending hours prepping every week, and you never really know what to talk about, and you're still kind of nervous the whole time, and you just feel like it's a big waste of time. Or are you at stage 3, where you can easily come up with topics and you can show up and you can talk no problem, but you feel like you're not actually landing clients from it? You need to figure out the strategy to not just show up and give value without actually landing any clients from what you're doing. Or are you stage 4, where you are a complete pro? You feel like, I've got this, I'm landing some clients, but you're just here because you want to get even some more tips, because you're always trying to better yourself. Doesn't matter which one you're at. I see 2 to 3, afraid to do it. I've done 23 episodes and I feel good about my content, and I do add call to action, but no one bites. Okay, we're going to talk about that, Brenda. 3, 3, 1, cool. So this is going to help you no matter what stage you are at, because like I mentioned earlier, I realized that I had to put more of a strategy behind what I was doing, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So first, I'm going to tell you the 4 phases of the live, and get out your workbook if you don't have it out yet, or a piece of paper. Take some notes on this, because I'm going to give you the 4 phases of how you're going to create those binge-worthy live streams, how you're going to engage and captivate your audience. And then we're going to break it down, and I'm going to give you specific examples for each phase and exactly what you should be doing in each phase, okay? So phase 1 is you are going to tell them the point, right? Of course, you're going to tell them, like right when I hopped on, I said, binge-worthy live streams. That's what we're talking about today. So the first thing is, what's the point? What's the main thing that you want to get across to your audience? What are they going to learn? And again, we're going to break this down further in a minute. Next is the reason. Why is this important to them? How does this affect them? How is it helpful to them? And yes, it is different than the point. You'll see in just a minute. Then you're going to explain. This is where you are going to give value. This is where you're going to give your tips or your tricks or whatever you're talking about. Then you are going to point them to a call to action. And don't worry if you don't know what that is yet. I'll tell you in a few minutes. If you're selling, then obviously that's where you're going to transition to the sale, which is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But no matter what, we're always giving them some kind of call to action. And we're going to break that down in just a moment. 2 big things that I want you to remember about this. Number 1, this is not a monologue. Just like I've been talking to you guys, having a conversation, asking questions, you are doing that throughout your entire live stream. You are talking to your perfect ideal client, okay? The second thing that I want you to remember about this is there's 2 different ways that you can do this. You can either, 1, give an overview of a topic, right? Provide value, but don't give away your best stuff. That's the first way you can do it. The second way you can do it, which is what you're seeing today, is you're going to take a very tiny piece of what is inside your program, and you're going to give everything away for that one little piece. Either way, what you want, your goal by the end of that live stream is, wow, if she's giving me all of this for free, I can't imagine how amazing she is with her clients, right? That's what you want them thinking. That is the goal of, man, I can't imagine what it is like to work with her or him, because look at what she's doing for free, okay? And so you want to get them to a quick win. When you're doing that, where you're taking one tiny piece and you're giving away the whole thing, You want to get them to a quick win. Okay, so now that you have the overview, I want to break down each section a little bit further. So I'm going to give you some examples. So again, you better have something to write this down because you can pull this word for word on your next live stream. Okay, so again, first thing is, what's the point, right? What is the main thing that you want to get across to your audience? What are they going to learn? So today I started with create binge-worthy live streams. You can say something like, welcome to the whatever the training is, and try to focus on the title, try to focus on the ultimate result. Then you're saying something as simple as, say hi as you're hopping on. If you're watching the replay, say replay so I know that you're here. Right away, you are engaging with them from the very beginning because you're having a conversation, not a monologue. Okay, that part is really quick. The next thing you're doing is you're going into the reason. And again, this is different from the point, okay? And the reason is the most important phase out of this. And this is the one that I see most people skip, okay? They go right from the point to giving the value, and they're skipping the most important part. So this phase, reason, has 3 different sections. The first section is, why is this important to them? How is it going to affect them? How is it going to help them? Why should they take time out of their day to listen to you? And again, this might feel kind of repetitive for the title, but you have to remember you are the expert. So to you, it's obvious why they need to know this, right? But it's not obvious to them. So you have to break it down for them. You have to tell your audience exactly why this is important for them to take time out of their busy day. So it could look like you saying, my goal for today, or my intention for today, is to show you how to do this, this, and this so that you can have this, this, and this. You're giving them that benefit, right? Or you could say something like, who wants to learn how to do this so you can have this, right? So you guys see me do this on all the lives. Today, I'll use that as an example so you can see it. I don't even know. Let me know, you guys, actually. Let me know if you noticed that that's what I was doing, or maybe now you can see it. So at the beginning of the live today, I said, we are going to create binge-worthy live streams. I'm going to show you. So that's the title, right? That was the point. Then I said, I'm going to show you how you can engage and captivate your audience, give them value without giving away your best trainings, so that you can sell without feeling awkward and hit those 10K plus months. That's the reason right there. I spelled it out for you. Natalie says I can see it now, but you probably didn't notice when I was doing it. It seemed just kind of natural, right? I'm pointing out exactly what you need to know and why it's worth your time to hang out. The second part of reason, remember we're still in phase 2 of reason, is you are going to point out the challenges. Jacqueline says so clear once it's pointed out. Yeah. You guys, I'm not kidding when I'm giving away some of my best secrets today. I kind of debated on this one, but I was like, you know what? This is the one thing that I'm going to pull out, and I'm going to give them the whole thing. All right. So the second section of reason is challenges and opportunities related to what you're talking about. Remember yesterday we talked about people buy for emotional reasons. So this is where you're hitting their pain points, okay? This is where when you are saying what they are currently experiencing, they are nodding their head thinking, does she have a camera looking at me right now? How is she seeing through the screen right now? Hit those pain points, okay? And so what I did at the beginning of this live stream is I talked about, I had all of the excuses in the world related to going live, right? I talked about you might be experiencing that you don't know how to give value without giving away the whole enchilada. I talked about you feel like you're just showing up, but you're wasting your time and you're terrified to go live, right? Those are all challenges that I know my audience is experiencing. So now you can see I hit those challenges. I hit those pain points. So you're like, yeah, I want to see how I can change that. So you're going to stick around and you're going to keep listening. Next, is the third section of this phase. Okay, so we gave the reason. Then we are doing the challenges, the opportunities. We're hitting those pain points. Now we're sharing a story, right? It can be a client story. It can be your story or a client story, but whatever it is, it's related to the topic you're talking about and it's using emotions. Now, don't be afraid to dig deep and get vulnerable here. And I'm not saying that you have to tell your deepest, darkest secrets by any means, right? But you want to talk about the feelings that you were experiencing or your client was experiencing at that time, because that's what's really going to resonate with them. And so the 3 elements of a captivating story, and this is in your workbook, either way, if you have your workbook or not, write this down. 3 elements of a captivating story. Challenge, right? So where they're at now, their dread that we talked about yesterday related to whatever your topic is. Then your epiphany, right? I was stuck here. I dreaded this pain point. Then I realized this one thing. I had this big epiphany. I woke up and now I have this amazing dream life related to what you're talking about. I had success. So it's challenge, epiphany, success. So again, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it in this live stream so that you can see it. And you guys may want to go back and watch this live stream again and be like, oh my gosh, there it is. My challenge was I was terrified. My voice would shake. My heart would race. My mind would go blank, right? I was embarrassed. Then I had this epiphany and realized it wasn't about me at all. And I took it one step further in this one. And then I said, and then I realized my next kind of challenge, and you can do that a few times. It could be challenge, epiphany, challenge, epiphany. So then I got over my fear of speaking. And then I realized I needed more of a strategy because they were showing up to my live streams, but I wasn't actually landing them as clients. And so then I got this strategy. And then I started landing clients, and then I shared it with my clients and they started landing clients, right? So you can see how I had this big epiphany. Then I got the success, your ultimate desire that I know you want. Now, obviously it's all true and I'm not just making it up, right? But you can see how I am teaching and providing value and showing what it's like, and you can see yourself in that story. So that's what I want you to do. And then remember, you're always asking questions. Does anybody feel that way right now? I said in this, let me know what stage you're in right now, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And they were all stages that I had gone through. So somebody actually, if you guys will type that in the comments for me, challenge, epiphany, success, the 3 parts of a story. So you can see why the reason section is so important, because that's really where you're going to relate to them. That's where they're going to connect with you. That's where they're going to be like, she gets me, he gets me. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to listen. This person has something special, and that's where they're going to connect and eventually turn into clients. Thank you, Lucinda. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tammy. I see lots of people writing it in. Thank you. Okay. Then we are explaining. Now, this is actually becomes, even though this is where you're providing value, a lot of times, especially if you're giving an overview, this actually becomes a smaller portion. And that's part of the way that you're going to be able to provide real value. You're going to be able to show up and talk for 20 or 30 minutes without giving away your best stuff, because this section becomes smaller. Now, again, you do have the option to sometimes you can take one tiny piece and for that piece, give it all away. And that's okay too. But for the most part, you're going to give an overview. You're going to say, here's the big 5 steps, and you're only going to go into a little bit of detail. And the reason for that is, 1, if you show up every week and you give away, you word vomit all of your best stuff, 1, your audience is going to probably walk away confused, because then they don't have that coach to help them actually put it into use, and they're not going to take any real action. 2, they're going to feel like they have everything they could possibly need, so why do they need to work with you? So you're either giving an overview or you're taking one tiny piece that's going to help them. Either way, they're going to get a quick win. They're going to walk away with some kind of value, and they're going to think, wow, look at how much she or he gave me for free. I can't imagine what would happen if I actually worked with them. Okay. So that's the explain section. So now we've given the main point. We've given them the reason. We've given them the challenges, the opportunities. We've hit the pain points. We've told our story. We've given our tips or our steps, whatever it is. Now we're going to point them to a call to action. If you are selling, this is where you would transition to the sale. And again, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Otherwise, no matter what, you are always giving them a call to action. And the reason for this is because then when you do sell, it doesn't feel awkward. And they're just used to you always telling them to do something. It would feel weird if you didn't tell them to do something. So an example of a call to action, if you're just nurturing them, if you're just showing up and kind of providing value, but you're not selling, it could be as simple as drop your favorite gift if you found this helpful. If maybe you're a health coach and you are talking about I don't know, antioxidants. I'm just making this up off the top of my head, and you're going through some of the foods and stuff like that. What's your favorite one? Or share a recipe related to this. That could be a call to action. A call to action could be book a call with me. Say me if you want this free guide that I have. You guys saw me for the last several weeks. I was promoting this workshop. So my call to action at the end of every live stream was say workshop if you want to grab your spot where you're going to learn XYZ. Always, always, always call to action. Now, what I'm about to share with you guys right now is going to set us up for tomorrow. And it's what I call planting the seed or a soft sell. That's a question in your workbook. What is a soft sell? Brenda said, I heard somewhere we should talk about the what and the why, but really hold back on the how when we're doing our lives. Yeah, so that's what a lot of people say. And that's basically what I was saying when I said give an overview. However, you have to, I hate that analogy of give the what and the why, but not the how, because you have to sometimes give a little bit of the how. Because if I were to show up to this and just say create binge-worthy live streams so that you can do this, this, and this, I have to give you a little bit of how or you're not going to know anything, right? So that's why I kind of take it a little step further than that and really dig deep into this. So planting the seed, soft selling, what is it? It allows you to give your potential customer value throughout the live stream. And it allows you to not sound salesy when you sell because you've been hinting at it the whole time. You've been planting the seed. You've been mentioning, if you mentioned a client, you mentioned your program, whatever it is. But what it allows you to do is it allows you to show up and serve and provide value and lead with value while also giving examples of how your service, how your program could be helpful for them, right? So you're not actually talking about the offer yet and you're not actually selling. You're just dropping little seeds along the way as you share your journey. Again, you guys, I'm giving away my secrets here. So you're going to be able to see exactly what I'm doing. But you hear me mention PIA, my 6-month business mentorship program. You hear me mention it and you hear me mention my clients all the time. I am doing it. It's coming from a genuine place with the intention to show you guys, give you an example so that you can visualize how it's possible, right? But it also comes from a strategic standpoint, right? It comes from a place of then when I do invite you to my program, it is not going to feel like it's completely out of left field. It's not going to come as a shock that I'm inviting you into my program. So if I sat up here all week and all I did was give you value and I never once mentioned a client and I never once mentioned my program, and then all of a sudden at the end of the week, I was like, by the way, I need everybody to come work with me inside PIA if you want to know any more. It would feel kind of awkward and it would feel like I was kind of being, I don't want to say sleazy, but I was hiding something from you. And then I tricked you somehow all week and then I'm selling. But when I'm showing up and planting the seed and I'm talking about, I've told you guys multiple times, I'm going to give you a huge head start. You're going to get value. You can definitely land clients from what I'm teaching you. But if you want the full picture, if you want the full piece of the puzzle and somebody by your side every day to help you figure it out, to give you feedback, that's what you get inside my business mentorship program. I've been saying that all week so that when I put the invite out there, it doesn't feel weird. Or you heard me talk about my client Brittany yesterday, my client Tressie, right? You hear me giving examples in a way that provides value. That's what I want you to do so that it doesn't feel weird or salesy. And so then again, tomorrow, we're going to talk about how you can pitch effortlessly, how you can transition to that sale. But if you're doing this piece right the whole time, then it's going to be so easy because they already want to work with you. They've just been waiting on the invite. And I have absolutely, I'm about to do it right now. And this, you guys, this was not planned, I swear. My client Tressie, I'll tell you more about her story later, but she followed this. And then she told me before she even opened enrollment, before she announced her program was open, people were reaching out and saying, hey, how do I join your program? So when you do this, it works and will have people excited to work with you before you open the doors. But here's the thing, you guys, 9 times out of 10, even if they want to work with you, they won't reach out to you. They are going to wait for you to put the invite out there. So that's why you have to sell. Even though I know as coaches, it feels awkward and we just want to help people and we don't want to be sales people. We don't want to be marketers. But if you truly want to help them and give them the full transformation, you've got to sell. So we are going from crickets to clients, and we have a mission to create a massive impact on our clients' lives while creating a massive profit for ourselves. So to do that, you have to sell, okay? So that's why we're talking about it tomorrow, but doing this first is gonna set you up to make it feel so easy. How do I get in on your program? I can't see the name of whoever that is, so I will reach out to you when I can see the comment on Facebook and we can chat, I will tell you. So your homework for today, though, I almost forgot. Homework for today. What is the topic that you can make for a live stream that tells your story while providing value? Okay, what is the topic? What's the name, the title of your live stream that tells your story, or it can be a client story, and it gives your audience value. Remember, when you tell your story, you want them to see themselves in the story. You want them to feel the emotion. You want them to be nodding their head and saying, yes, that's where I am right now. So a perfect example of this is I could tell a story like how I went from begging for clients and spending every moment on social media to a multi-6-figure business only working 20 hours per week. Because I know that my dream clients, that's what they're doing right now. They're struggling. They feel like they're doing all the things. They want a multi-6-figure business and they don't want to work 60 hours a week. They only want to work 20 hours a week, right? If you're a parenting coach, it might be something like how I went from a kid who constantly had temper tantrums to a happy, calm, and respectful child without me yelling all the time or without me raising my voice. If you are a health and wellness coach, maybe how my client Katie lost 20 pounds without giving up her favorite foods. But the biggest thing I want you to notice with these titles is you're telling a story and it shows where your client is right now, right? Where they're struggling to where they want to be. And then in that, you're going to provide value. You're going to walk them through the story of this is the first thing that I taught my client, or this is the first thing that I did. And this is the result that I got from it, right? Remember, challenge, epiphany, success. So for your homework, though, you're just giving me the title. I just want to get your brain kind of moving and thinking about how you can kind of create your signature story that relates to your audience, okay? So remember, your homework is, on the homework thread, that's what I was going to say. Remember, I'm going to post the homework thread right after this. And you have to have all of your homework done by Thursday to be in the running for the $250 Amazon gift card. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about selling, because if we're not selling, we don't have a business, and somebody's going to win a $50 Amazon gift card. And remember, you have to have everything done, watch replays, take notes, do whatever you need to do by next Wednesday, August 25th. Everything is coming down. And I think that's all the reminders I have for you guys. So thank you again for showing up, for committing, for doing your homework. I love seeing you guys take all of these steps. It's so amazing. I love getting to share these weeks with you, showing up and helping you move the needle forward in your business. I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.